Let me tell you something that most guys completely misread. There is a massive difference between a girl who likes you and a girl who craves you. A girl who likes you enjoys your company. She thinks you're cool. She's happy when you reach out. That's nice. That's comfortable. But a girl who craves you, that's something else entirely. That's the girl who picks up her phone to text you and puts it back down 3 times before finally sending something. That's the girl who replays your last conversation in her head before she goes to sleep. That's the girl who feels it physically, in her chest, in her stomach, when your name appears on her screen. Craving is not casual. Craving is consuming. And here's the thing most guys never realize. When a girl craves you, she cannot fully hide it. No matter how composed she is, no matter how hard she tries to play it cool, it leaks out. In her behavior, in her patterns, in the small things she does that she probably doesn't even realize she's doing. And in this video, I'm breaking down the exact signs that tell you, without a single word being spoken, that she is not just interested in you, she craves you. Let's get into it.
Number 1. She initiates contact for no real reason. Pay attention to this one because it is one of the clearest signs that craving is involved. When a girl sends you a meme with no context, when she texts you something completely random that didn't need to be said, when she sends a "this reminded me of you" message about something she could have just kept scrolling past. Bro, she didn't text you because she had something important to say. She texted you because she was thinking about you, and the craving needed an outlet. She needed to create contact, any kind of contact, because the alternative was sitting with that feeling alone, and that felt worse than the risk of reaching out. Girls who are just casually interested don't do this. They wait, they respond, they keep things balanced and measured. But a girl who craves you cannot always wait. She finds reasons to close the distance even when there is no reason. Every unprompted message she sends you is her craving speaking before her composure catches up.
Number 2. She notices changes in you that nobody else caught. You got a haircut. You seem slightly tired today. You're wearing something different. You seem quieter than usual. Your energy's off in a way that's barely perceptible. And she noticed. While everyone else walked right past it, she noticed. Here's why this matters. We pay attention to what we're obsessed with. We notice details about the things and people that occupy space in our minds constantly. When a girl is craving you, you have become a subject she has studied. She knows your baseline. She knows you're normal. So when something shifts even slightly, she registers it immediately because she's been paying that close of attention. This level of attentiveness is not friendship. It is not casual interest. It is obsession, operating quietly underneath a composed surface. The next time she notices something about you that nobody else even registered, understand what that actually means. She's been watching because she can't stop. Number 3. Her body moves toward you without her realizing it. This is the one that cannot be faked because it operates below the level of conscious control. When a girl craves you, her body wants to be near yours. Simple as that. And no matter how much her composed mind tries to maintain a respectable distance, her body keeps closing it. She sits closer than the situation requires. She leans in when you talk, even though she heard you perfectly fine. She angles her body toward you in a group setting, even when she's talking to someone else. She finds reasons to be in your physical space, adjusting something near where you're standing, appearing beside you at the exact right moment, staying just a half step closer than friends normally stand. None of this is calculated. That's what makes it so reliable as a signal. Her conscious mind might be working hard to play it cool, but her body is already telling you the truth. Watch where she positions herself when she has a choice. The body always moves toward what it craves. Number 4. She remembers everything and uses it. Not just remembers, uses. There's a difference. A girl who craves you doesn't just store what you've told her. She brings it back. She references it. She builds on it. You mentioned something you wanted to do someday, and 3 weeks later, she sends you an article about it. You told her a small detail about your life in passing, and she follows up on it unprompted days later.
You said something in a joke that you'd completely forgot about, and she brings it up with a specific reference that proves she's been thinking about that conversation long after it ended. When a girl craves you, your words don't just pass through her. They land, they stay, they get processed and revisited and held onto because everything you say carries weight to her. You are not just someone she talks to, you are someone she thinks about between the talking. And those details she keeps bringing back, those are the traces of all the thinking she's been doing about you when you weren't around.
Number 5. She gets a specific kind of quiet right before something real. Watch for this one because it is subtle, and it is one of the most revealing things on this entire list. In the middle of a conversation that's been light and easy and flowing naturally, something shifts. She gets slightly quieter. Her energy changes. She starts a sentence and then pulls back from it, or she looks at you for a half-second longer than the conversation required, and then looks away without saying what was clearly just on her mind. That moment, that specific pause where something almost came out but didn't, is craving trying to find the courage to speak and then losing it at the last second. She had something to say, something real, something that would have moved the conversation into territory that felt too exposed, too vulnerable, too much like showing her hand, and she pulled back. But you felt it. The air changed for a second, and you both know something was almost said. A girl who doesn't care about you doesn't have those moments. Those moments only exist when there's something underneath that's trying to get out. Number 6. She reacts to your attention to other women even when she tries not to. This is one of the most honest signals a person can give, and most guys miss it completely because they're not watching for it. You mention a girl's name casually. You reference someone you've been spending time with. You react positively to an attractive woman nearby. And for exactly half a second before she pulls the composure back into place, something crosses her face. The smile tightens slightly. The energy in her body changes. Her answers get a fraction shorter. She changes the subject just slightly too quickly. She asks a casual question that is absolutely not casual. Girls who are only casually interested in you do not react to other women in your life. They genuinely don't care. But a girl who craves you, she cares deeply. She just has too much dignity to let it show fully, so it leaks out in micro-reactions, in half-second shifts, in the slight change of temperature in the room. That reaction she can't fully suppress, that is her craving speaking, and it is telling you everything.
Number 7, and this is the one that seals it. She shows up differently when she knows she's going to see you. Not differently in an obvious, dressed up, trying too hard way. Differently in a quiet, specific, she paid extra attention today kind of way. There's something slightly more intentional about how she looks. Something slightly more alive in her energy. She's a little more present, a little more switched on, a little more aware of herself in space. Like she did an extra check before walking out the door because she knew you'd be there and she wanted to be the best version of herself in front of you specifically. Women do this for one reason and one reason only, because the person they're about to see matters to them in a way that goes past comfort and past friendship and past casual interest. When you matter to a woman at that level, when the thought of you seeing her makes her care about how she shows up, that is craving operating at its deepest level. It's not vanity. It's not performance. It's the quiet, physical expression of someone who wants to be chosen by you, who wants to be seen by you and seen well. And that desire, that specific, you-directed desire, is the purest definition of craving that exists. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Craving is not something a girl announces. It's something she reveals slowly in patterns, in the small behaviors that leak out when she can't fully contain what she's feeling. One of these signs could be coincidence. 2 or 3 starts to become a pattern. 4 or more, and you are not imagining things. She craves you. And once you know that, once you can read these signs clearly, the question stops being, does she feel something? The question becomes, what are you going to do about it? Because a girl who craves you won't wait forever. At some point, the feeling either gets met or it fades. And the moment you look back and realize what was right in front of you, that's the moment most guys wish they'd paid closer attention. So pay attention now. The signs are already there. You just needed to know what to look for. Drop a comment below. How many of these signs are you seeing right now with someone specific? Be honest. I read every single one. And if this video gave you clarity on a situation you've been confused about, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to know exactly how to respond when she's showing these signs, how to move without ruining it, how to create the kind of moment that turns craving into something real, stick around because that conversation is coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Peace.